floss tube 4. I'm clearly on a roll. So I have done a lot of sewing this week, a lot of cross stitch, and obviously I'm also a quilter. I got this long arm thing back here behind me that my husband bought for me. We found it on, what's it called? Facebook Marketplace. So that's a whole nother story, but I'm this quilt back here behind me. And by the way, this is a floss tube about cross stitch, but you know, since it's here, I might as well tell you. This was a quilt I pieced together during the pandemic when we were all home, and I followed a gal, Sugary Dew was her Facebook and YouTube, her YouTube channel, Sugary Dew. She's a great gal in the Netherlands, and we just did sort of a new, different technique on every row, and I'm just now getting around to quilting that. So that's what's behind me. Let's see, let's get into cross stitch. Last time two times ago, I showed you this cross stitch, which is Make Life Beautiful for Others, and it is by Heart and Hand. It's Collector's Heart. I think they do them every year on their anniversary, something like that. I didn't like the frame because it got swallowed up in the frame and you really couldn't see all the hard work. Sorry, I just kicked the camera. So I made a pillow out of it. I just had some scraps. This is grunge, and this is, they're both grunge fabric. And so I made it into a little pillow. There it is. And I haven't finished. I just have to sew it shut. And I'm going to send this to a friend of mine. So I stuffed it pretty full. And I had some faux, what's it called? Suede that I made something with. I can't remember what. I made something with this a while back. I've been sewing a long time. I have lots of scraps. So I put this on the back. So it's really soft. But that's it. I'm really happy with the way it came out. I'm happy that the grunge kind of matches the antiquishness of this. So there you go. There it is up close. And my initials are there. Kathy Ratliff. And 2022. So there we go. And this was the first, I've only been cross stitching for like 3 years on one floss tube. I said 1 year. I lied. I'm sorry. I misspoke. Didn't lie on purpose. This is the first one I ever had like something like this. This is like sampler-ish, only it's little, but it's sampler-ish, and that there's lots of motifs and stuff. And I really enjoyed this, but I really like this this little thing right here. So I changed all the colors because that's kind of my thing. I'm sorry. So that I redid that. And then I also showed this a couple of times ago as a finish. It's this right here. It's called We Will Adore Him, Sandra Sullivan. It's really pretty. It's the, it's like a creche, except without the people. There's Jesus is there, but the other people, the animals are there. And so I decided to make a pillow out of it, and I just wanted to show you my progress in the pillow. I'm not finished, but I just show you how I do things. So I had this fabric. These are all scraps from several years. So I have this fabric right here. It's a Christmas fabric. It says things like snowflakes, peace, love, have a sweet Christmas, have a berry Merry Christmas, and there's little Christmas things on there. Oh, I got to turn my light on. Okay, get ready. I'm going to turn my light on. Okay, I'm trying to turn my light on. Oh, Lordy. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. So there it is. And then I had this fabric too. It's real sweet. It has bunnies and kind of foresty things, trees and things like that. So I usually cut my strips either 1.5 inches or 2.5. I start with 2.5 and then I see what I like. So this was 2.5, and then I cut it down a little bit. This is 2.5. I may cut it down by 1/2 inch. So that's the process. And I just sew it right onto the fabric. And on the back, I always put batting on the back, and mainly that's to sort of settle down my stitches. I spray batting, oh, you know, the spray glue for batting, or if you don't know it, it's basting spray glue for batting on quilts. I spray the back of my, I spray the back of my cross stitch with it, and then I put the batting on it, and it kind of glues down everything, and you don't feel the glue, there's nothing, you don't smell the glue, it's okay. And I spray it on the back, and then I put the batting there, and then on pillows, not only do I put the batting here, but on that other pillow, I also put a piece of fabric covering this whole thing, not as the back of the pillow, but just separating the stuffing from the batting. I don't think I need to do that. I don't know why I did that before, but just telling you what I do. So, and you can tell this is several pieces of batting, like right here. I pieced together, see that? I pieced together several pieces of batting on here. I save everything. I'm frugal. I need to be. I'm a teacher, and well, we all know that I don't make a whole heck of a lot. Oh, I also wanted to show you, this is directional. So I made sure that I cut this with the bunnies facing up and with the words going this way here. And, you just have to be careful sometimes if you have directional fabric. And I'll show you the finished product next time. Just wanted to show you the in progress of that one. And I have another one in progress. I know it's Mouse's 4th of July, and then I'll put it in the description box exactly what it is. So I'm finishing it. So here he is. This was super fast. It was almost obsessive compulsive. I had to do it really, really fast. Plus 4th of July is coming up. So that's him. So I put a piece of batting behind him, spray glued it with basting spray. And then this fabric I sewed along the edge. This is just scrap fabric that I had. And I put it all on a foam board. Here's the foam board. It's $1 at the dollar store. I hot glued it down. I hot glued it down. So there he is. And then last time I showed you a stack of things that I would want to in the future put my cross stitch on to finish. And this was one of them. I got it at the dollar store for, I don't remember, but it was probably $6. And so you can kind of tell that there was something back there. I spray painted this all along here. I didn't need to spray paint the middle because that's where my picture's going to go. So I'm going to put this little dude right here. I'm going to glue him on there, kind of like that, okay? And then I also got this at, I think, Joann Fabrics. This is Simplicity, and it's little pom-pom-ish things. See? Pom-pom-ish things. I got it at Joann's. And I'm going to take this pom-pom stuff, and I'm going to put it, I can't do all this at the same time, but I'm going to glue the pom-pom right around the edge there, just at the line, all the way around the edge. So I think that'll be really cute. So that's going to go around the edge. So, you can kind of picture it like this, with this along the edge, okay? This is, I can't hold all this at once. And then I also have this ribbon that I use all the time that I found at a thrift store, this blue and white striped ribbon. And I just made a bow, and I'm going to put other stuff with the bow, probably some red stuff and other things, and put the bow, somewhere over there like that. We'll see. Next time it'll be totally finished, but again, I wanted to show you the process that I go through to get those things done. Now, let's see, what am I working on? Oh, I have a finish. I finished the Calico Confectionery Valentine Be Mine. Isn't that pretty? I made it for my husband for next Valentine's Day. He doesn't watch these, so it's okay. So I finished it. I guess some people hold things behind these for a reason, I'm sure. So you can't see through them or whatever. So, well, maybe I'll do it that way. Okay, so here it is. Valentine be mine. I'm so happy. I just love it. Now see the keys? I made the keys from gold metallic thread. I don't know if you can see it. So I put gold metallic thread. Oh, I just realized I haven't finished. I just realized there's one more thing I have to do. Well, maybe I won't. But the birds in this picture, if you can see them, they have little specks. And those little specks are just places where there's no thread. And I left it out because it was too hard to count. So maybe I'll put some gold flecks in there. Like just, I don't know though. I kind of like it like it is. I kind of like it like it is. Now I want to show you the back. Because I don't know what it is with some people, but some people like the back is perfect. And I just want you to know that mine's not. And I don't think the back matters at all. Where the back matters is that if it's really super holey fabric and you have dark threads that you carry over that are sticking out or whatever, that you might have a problem seeing through it. And this fabric is holey. So I'm going to show you the back. So here's the back. And so what I'm going to do is, see these black threads? I'm just going to go through and like hold it up in the air and make sure that I can't see those dark threads. I also thought about, and tell me what you think, because I've not been stitching long enough to even know this, but I figure if I have a really light fabric like this and I put a dark something behind here, like a dark piece of fabric behind here, if that'll take care of seeing those dark threads. I mean, I'll be able to tell, you know, once I frame it. This is probably going to be a pillow. I don't know. Is everybody in a pillow mood? I look at all these floss tubes and there's all these little pillows and big pillows. And I think we're all, it's just like a pillow, what do you call it? Pandemic. It's a pillow pandemic. And I think I'm going to make a pillow out of this because why not? So let me know if you know anything about hiding those. I know people talked about burying threads, and I did bury some of my threads. Like I took a little hooky thing. My phone just rang. Actually, my alarm went off. And you know, Cynthia Brew said, put your phone on airplane mode while you're filming or something might happen. So Cynthia, hello. Cynthia Brew, by the way, Stitching in the Light, has a great video about, you know, starting a YouTube channel and things to do and things not to do. And I found that very, very interesting. And I like her suggestions. So anyway, I went in and I tried to bury some threads with a little hooky thing. And I found it very frustrating. And then I thought maybe I'd go in there with a little bit of glue, like Eileen's glue or the seam glue that Fat Quarter Shop has, that glue with the needly kind of top. And just sort of gluing down the dark threads to get them out of the way. And that sounds like a good idea to me. But if that's a huge no-no, somebody tell me. Because, you know, I am sure there's some cross-stitch police watching that will be, you know, that will tell me, don't you dare do that. You know, I'm going to do probably what I want to do anyway. But, you know, I'm open to suggestions as long as they're kind. So, that's my finish. Woohoo! Woohoo! There's dark background. I'm so excited. Oh, and I have to tell you what I learned. What what I had meant to say was what I learned with this. So, this is the first time I've ever sewn. Sorry, I really do need a white piece of paper or something behind this. This is the first time I've ever sewn something sampler-ish that had a border all the way around. And I watch all these people, and they seem to do their border first. So I thought, oh, sure, okay, I'll do that. Well, I did it all the way around, and it didn't meet. And I am certain I'm not the only person that that's ever happened to. So here's the deal. I looked and I looked and I looked and I looked and I looked, and I could not find, like it was right here, and I couldn't find anywhere in here where I messed up. So I frogged it, took it all out, and decided I'm not going to do the border right now. I'm going to do the insides. And so I just started over here, because I had done this top border and this side right here. So I started here and, you know, proceeded to do the thing. And of course, you know, when you're least expecting it, you find your boo-boo. And so I did find my boo-boo. It was actually right here. It wasn't on the bottom there. It was right here. I went like a couple of extra places. So rip that out. I don't like saying rip. I frogged that out. And then I just did most of this, and then did save my border for the last. And that worked for me. But you know, if it doesn't match up, I don't know, what are you going to do? I'm sure you can fudge something. If it's a stitch or two, people aren't going to know. But this is like, you know, it's a mirror image from one side to the other. And this side is not very far from this side. So if it was off, I would think you could tell. So I know if you're out there and you've ripped out 1,000 things before. Oh yeah, something else I did wrong. I'm not self-deprecating. I'm just learning, okay? On this guy, no, yeah. If you'll notice, this is the she, and she's like a gray, and he's dark black. I really think that's cute that they're different colors. Anyway, I messed up right here, and I did like a whole row of just half. Like instead of going over 2, this is 2 over 2. Instead of going over 2, I just went over 1, like for 5 in a row. So then I thought, oh, I can make it work. And it got all bunched up, and so I picked out half of him. Yeah. But, you know, you got to make it look pretty, and so I did it for the cause. And now I know that you go back and check over and over and over and over and over and over again. You just check and check and check and check and check and check and check. Because, I mean, there's other mistakes on here, but those mistakes don't matter. You know the difference between mistakes that matter and mistakes that don't. Like the limbs, these green limbs that are coming out there. There's probably 3 or 4 places where I went one too far, or one too little, or whatever, and that doesn't matter because they're just, they're not matchy-matchy. Okay, enough of that one. Lordy, I talked about that a long time. So it's Mania. And I hear that's just it used to be a time when everybody stitched like crazy, but now people stitch like crazy already. So why Mania, right? So I thought, okay, Mania. I'm going to focus on my cross stitch area, and the first week I'm going to spend cleaning up my cross stitch area. And I've got it pretty much cleaned up. I won't show it to you this time. I'll show it to you next time. And then I have like all my patterns in one place. And then I thought, okay, I want to start like 5 things that I already have. Oh, also, I have to tell you, this is like squirrely. This is very squirrely. I got to turn this down a little bit. It's killing my eyes. I washed my first floss tube. And in my first floss tube, I said, you know, this is me quoting myself, I have enough charts to stitch for a couple of years. I am not buying any more charts. Said no cross stitcher ever. Am I right? Yeah. So, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm going a little nutty here. So I'll show you my starts. and I kitted up some things. I don't think I kitted this one up. I showed this last time, but I didn't kit it up. No, didn't kit that one up. I haven't started it, but I have got the fabric for it. The fox. This is the fox. And I thought there was only going to be 4 of these, A Year in the Woods, but now there's already 6. See how they get you there? And I had this fabric. I purchased this fabric. It's a printed fabric, and I tea-dyed it because it was a little too super, super bright. And I tea-dyed it because I like this look in here, but it is a little muted, the background. And then I ordered another one of these because the swan that is part of the Year in the Woods is also done with a blue background. So I thought this piece has really dark blue in one corner. I'm going to do the fox over here in this section, in the widest section. Because it's pretty much like that. It's pretty much like that in there. I like him. He's really pretty. So I have the fabric for him, and I have almost every color in DMC thanks to my cousin. So though I haven't kitted it up with the floss, I'm going to do that this week. So the first week I cleaned up my area. This is the second week of May. I am kitting things up. My dogs are making noise. Kitting things up and so on. Now I also went online. This is a squirrel. I'm chasing a squirrel. I found Hello from Liz Matthews. She has some free patterns online, and this is called Hope Celebration Small. And it was free, so I can show it because it was free. It's really pretty. It was done in, and it's free. Just go to Hello from Liz Matthews, and you can find this for free. It has 2 different ones. It has an uppy downy one and this one. And it was stitched, I think, monochromatically, but with a very variegated goldish thread. And gold is not my deal, so I'm going to probably do that. I may do it in all reds because I really love red. So if you have some favorite reds, write it down. And I really like variegated, strongly variegated. So I think you probably have to just go and look and hold it in your hand to make sure. So that was a freebie. And now let me get back to the things I kitted. I finally got fabric for this one. I showed this to you last time. This is Rejoice Evermore by Brenda Gervais. Right there. Lots of people are doing this, and I showed it last time. I have it kitted up. Just one more time, here's my flosses. I put the little names on there, and those are my flosses. Brick City Stitchers in Ocala is who kitted this up for me. And then I got the fabric for it, and I'm really excited. I've never stitched on this before. Now, I started it, but I only have like 5 stitches, but it's a start, right? So, I got way more than I needed, but there's the center right there. I marked the center with some stitches, and I'm starting in the top left corner. So, see there? Look at there. I got some stitches right there. And I realized that with this white linen, I believe it's 20. Oh dear, 20 something. Let me look. No, I have it in my phone, and I have a app on my phone called Cross Stitch. It's like blue and has an X on it, and it has everything I'm working on, all the fancy floss that I have, the names and everything, and all the fabrics that I'm using. And I forgot to write this down, but I'm sure it's probably either, oh, look, it says, I got the thing right here. When in doubt, read the sign, Kathy. It is Weigert half yard 32 count white Belfast linen, 27 by 36. So it's going to be big, but that's okay. But once I stitch at work during my lunch break, and I took this to work, and I told myself, self, this is white. This is not going to work. So this is going to stay home and only going to be stitched in one place in my house that nobody eats, nobody gets food around, or anything like that. So that's a start, right? Here's my other two starts that I wanted to have in May. This is What Remains. Isn't that beautiful? What Remains. This is Blackbird Designs. It's so pretty. And I got my fabric for that. That's what I was missing. I'm missing some threads, but I'm going to start it anyway. This is Weigert Lugana 25 count, color 300G. And let me take it out of here. Isn't that pretty? It's just lovely. It's lovely, and I think that pretty much matches the picture kind of perfectly. Even though I haven't started it officially, in my house, if it's kitted, I'm gonna do it because I only have 5 kitted things anyway. And then another one I started yesterday is Above All by Teresa Kogut. Let me try and get that out of there. There we go. That's Above All by Teresa Kogut, and I'm so excited because this one I'm going to be extra special. I mean, this one is extra special, and I'm going to be extra careful with the back, like, you know, burying threads and making sure nothing's not showing or anything. So I started it, and I have the name of the, let me show you, the fabric. The fabric is Relic 28 count by Weigert. Relic. Love it. So here's my start. You like that? Let me put something behind it. There you go. I'm being very careful because I've never done a sampler before. And here's the back. I'm just making sure that I did travel right here, and I'm not sure how that's going to work. There are a lot of really small, these little things all the way around. So if you think, see the traveling right there. If you think because that's dark thread, I really shouldn't do that, let me know. And I don't know how to tie off one cross stitch. I mean, I'm assuming you just make a knot, right? But if this is a beautiful sampler that I'm going to take a lot of time to do, let me know if you would do that. If you would do those one at a time and tie them off each time. Let's see, there's probably 4, 8, 12, no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 times 5 is 30, 60, 90, 110. There'd be 110 of those in this pattern that I would tie off one at a time. That's a lot, but if that's something you do, then let me know. And also, in this pattern, there's a lot of gold-ish colors, and so I am going to make the butterflies blue, and I haven't decided what blue yet, and then 4 flowers in here and 4 flowers in here. Right in here, I'm going to make some of those blue as well. I need some blue in there because, yeah, that's so pretty. It says, above all, love one another. That's beautiful. Now I want to talk about things I found to finish cross stitch pieces on. First, I went to Ollie's. We have a store called Ollie's. It's sort of a small Walmart-ish kind of place with no produce, but Ollie's. And they have some good prices. So I want to show you some things I bought there that I can put some finishes on. Here's one, Be Kind. This was $7.99 at Ollie's. And I thought I could take the bee off, put a cross stitch in here, and put the bee over here, or you know, somewhere else. But I thought that was really cute for $8. I also bought this at Ollie's for $8.99. This is really cute. And I thought, well, I can paint over this and put a cross stitch in here, maybe one cross stitch, and then put some things around there or whatever. I think I could put some fabric on this and then put a cross stitch in there. I thought that was really cute. And if the flowers don't match, I can always paint over them. That's the second one. And then I got this there. This was $6.99. My hair is falling out. This was $6.99. It's got a little hanger here. So I'm going to take this off and put a little small, a cross stitch small right in there. And then I can keep this and put it over here on the corner, or use it on something else. And leave this in there, Country Living. And I got 3 of these. These were $2.50. Don't ask me why. $2.50. So this is for a picture. So I thought I could put a small here, or what I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to glue on a glass holder and put some greenery over here. Take this off and put some greenery here. Paint that over, or I could paint the whole thing. You know, I mean, it's really pretty, but you know, this is a really pretty piece of wood, and I could spray paint it white and put a number of things on there. I don't have to put something around there. And I could just paint here to here, across here, and the greenery would still be there and there. So I got 3 of these, $2.50, y'all. $2.50. So yeah, it's called Ollie's. I know they're not everywhere. Well, that's what I have for you today. Thank you for sharing your time with me and spending a moment just to sit down where you are and watch. Have a blessed day, a blessed week, and a great life. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.